Welcome back to the Headline Roast, where the news gets grilled harder than a Family Dollar executive on earnings day. It's Monday, May 12th, 2025, and the headlines are bursting with political deals. Power outages and enough economic tension to short-circuit the London Underground. Subscribe now. We drop new episodes every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and weekend. We roast the headlines so you can sound smart, skeptical, 12% more smug, without doom-scrolling 6 apps before coffee. Let's roast. Story 1. US and China agreed to 90-day tariff truce. It's official. The US and China are pretending to get along for 90 days. Both countries agreed to dial tariffs down dramatically. The US will drop duties from 145% to 30%, and China from 125% to 10%. Markets responded like it was Christmas morning and prom night rolled into one. The Dow jumped 1,200 points. Optimists say this could reset the global trade war. Realists say it's 3 months of awkward smiles before another meltdown. Either way, your electronics might be slightly less expensive for now. Enjoy the discount while it lasts. STORY2. Trump heads to Middle East, seeking $1 trillion in deals. President Trump is on tour again, and this time, he's chasing $1 trillion in investment from the Gulf. Stops include Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the UAE. On the wish list, drones, AI, tech infrastructure, and lots of oil-friendly grins. Big players like Boeing are reportedly ready to ink deals. Critics call it a PR stunt with a price tag. Supporters say it's vintage Trump. Aggressive, loud, and dollar-driven. Either way, expect a lot of sword dances and suspicious handshakes. Story 3. Philippines holds general elections amid tensions on May 12th. The Philippines held nationwide elections, filling over 300 House seats and half the Senate. But the real drama is happening off the ballot, with impeachment proceedings underway against Vice President Sara Duterte. The elections come amid rising political unrest, economic tension, and a very vocal Gen Z. Early reports suggest high turnout and a few regional curveballs. Whether this brings reform or more dysfunction is anyone's guess. But for now, democracy in the Philippines is alive, rowdy, and wearing flip-flops. Story 4. UK PM unveils controversial immigration. Overhaul Prime Minister Keir Starmer just dropped the UK's boldest immigration reform in a decade. Highlights include mandatory English exams for visa applicants and a crackdown on recruiting overseas care workers. Also, longer waits for settled status. Critics say it's harsh, rushed, and designed to appease right-wing tabloids. Supporters call it overdue realism. Meanwhile, care home operators are panicking, and English tutors just got a major business bump. Welcome to post-Brexit immigration. Now with more paperwork. Story 5. London Underground, paralyzed by massive power outage. London's iconic tube system went into full meltdown after a power failure shut down multiple lines. Commuters were stranded, tourists were confused, and TikTok lit up with footage of escalator gridlock and lost Americans. Engineers say it was a supply-side failure. Riders say it was a Monday. Service was mostly restored after hours of chaos. But the scars and the memes will linger. Mind the gap. Maybe carry a flashlight. Story 6. UK sentences 6 Bulgarians for spying for Russia, the Old Bailey. Handed out 50 years in combined prison time to 6 Bulgarian nationals convicted of spying for Russia. The charges? Tracking targets, fake passports, and a whole lot of Cold War vibes. The trial included wigs, accents, and more surveillance than a Netflix thriller. Prosecutors say the group was feeding intel to Moscow. Defendants say they were just researchers. Britain says, nice try. Espionage isn't just for Bond. Apparently it's alive and well on the streets of Croydon. Story 7. Hamas releases last American hostage from Gaza in a surprise move. Hamas has released the last living American hostage held in Gaza. The Biden and Trump teams both took partial credit because politics never misses a photo op. Analysts are calling it a sign of tentative goodwill. Skeptics say it's just hostage diplomacy with a side of PR. The freed hostage is receiving medical care and heading home soon. The release brings hope, but also raises the question, what did it cost? Story 8. Trump signs Executive Order 2/drug prices president. Trump has signed an order that ties Medicare drug prices to the lowest globally available rate. The White House says it could save Americans up to 80% on prescriptions. Pharma execs say it'll destroy innovation, hospitals, and their yachts. Critics argue the numbers are inflated. Supporters say it's about time. Expect lawsuits, ad blitzes, and some very tense Zoom calls with Pfizer. Story 9. DollarTree closing 370 more stores. Value retail is taking another hit. DollarTree just announced plans to close 370 more stores, including both DollarTree and Family Dollar locations. This comes after shuttering 600 Family Dollar stores earlier this year. Reasons? Inflation, shoplifting, and, apparently, customers who don't want to pay $7.99 at a place called Dollar. The company says it's focusing on profitability. Shoppers say they're losing their last semi-reliable source of $3 toothpaste. Story 10. Jeff Bezos faces scrutiny over Washington Post direction. Jeff Bezos is back in the headlines, this time for the Washington Post. Critics say his focus on free market values and editorial shakeups is turning the paper into an Amazon blog with a byline. Longtime staffers have quit. New columnists are raising eyebrows. Bezos insists he's hands-off. Journalists say otherwise. And readers just want someone to explain the latest AI disaster without quoting a shareholder letter. Brain teaser last episode's question. If your AI assistant can write your emails, plan your vacation, and simulate your breakup, but still asks you to rate its performance afterward, how many bots does it take to feel real? Answer, just one. As long as it knows how to fake being emotionally available. Today's teaser? What has a neck but no head? Wears a cap but has no hair? Hint, you'll find it chilling near the fridge. That's your Monday madness. Tariff truces, hostage releases, and a collapsing discount store empire. Subscribe if you want the news to make you laugh, sigh, and sound smarter than your group chat. We're back Wednesday. Until then, stay skeptical, stay caffeinated, and maybe stock up on toothpaste while it's still under $5.